What's going on, people? It's your man, the White Bee, once again. So, bash. Okay, no, I didn't watch it live. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, man, about it. I don't really watch these ones here. I mean, if you're... listen, fair play to these guys. They're doing better than me, for sure, right now. There's no doubt about that one. He's doing better than me, but he's 4 foot tall, man. I'm not sure who I'd rather be right now. Yeah? Would I rather be a snack for the 6-footers? The problem with these man, 110 pounds soaking wet. A 6 foot, 200 pound dude can just, you can be as trained as you want, is the truth. You can be as trained as you want. You can be the second coming of Muhammad, I am 5'2", Bruce Lee. Yeah? And if a 6 foot, dopey ass, 200 pound dude just whacks you on your head, that's the end of your story. At the end of the day. Yeah? Anyway, I've digressed already. Listen, Galal Yafai fought. The highlights, the 8 minutes I've watched, they were good. What they were good for, though, was nothing to do with Galal. I don't know what he's supposed to be. I mean, he punched up Sonny Edwards. Sonny Edwards is smoking 40 a day. How good could he be, smoking 40 a day? And he was finished. He came back out because it was a big fight. But I'm trying to think now. Sonny got stopped because his lungs were full of ash, if I remember correctly. It was like Sonny was on his feet. So none of these men at 110 pounds are massive punches anyway. Even so, though, I don't believe Galal's been down before, and he looked like a newborn Bambi on ice. Yeah? A newborn Bambi on ice with no ice skates, man. Every shot that landed at him on skates, and it was reminiscent for me. This reminds me of the Amir Khan bloodline. Nothing to do with me, man. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. Oh, baby, you can't say that. I talk about the light skins, my own breed, okay? I see Amir Khan in this dude. But worse, because Amir had some redeeming qualities. This Galal, again, I'm not trying to listen. Galal's doing better than me, man. Whether he's 4 foot tall and 110 pounds or not, he's doing better than me. So it's not about that. Right, I'm a bottom feed. I'm at the very bottom. He's doing better than me. Right. That said, though, all this Olympic gold medal for what, man? From what I've seen in the highlights, which may not have been the whole fight, but listen, if there's 8 minutes of highlights and it's all the other guy, that tells me that it wasn't just all the other guy. Bear in mind, these are 110 pound dudes. He had you on. He had you on the He was hanging. Look, man. Listen, people. Look. Listen. Look. Listen and look, okay? That's what we're fixing to do right now. The frame by frame for you, man. I'm putting you on. I can believe it. Alright? Look. This is round 1. In round 1, we're going to do the frame by frame now. Is that the Johnny Bosch? No, that's not the Johnny Bosch. There's the Johnny Bosch. There's the Johnny Bosch. And this is the thing about boxing I'm learning. I've probably sparred about 10, 15 times, but look at Galal here. I mean, he's got his hands up, which is a start. They're a bit wide, gappy, but still, I mean, you'd like to think he's doing more or less what you should be doing. Bosh on his chops. You can't win. It's a hard game to win, man. The other day I was sparring and I had my hands on my head and he hit me in my rib, man. Something popped in there. I swear down, something popped. Wallahi, something popped, man. It's a scam of a game, man. The more I do it, I do respect these fighters because it's not like any other sport where you can get hit with a shot, it not drop you in sparring, for example, but there's damage there. Or even you can punch someone and bust your knuckles. Like, it's not... It makes you wonder about these guys who make it. You've got to be really lucky. I've heard loads of guys apparently who had injuries, or look, even the guys with brain injuries. You just got to get... things to line up in this game. There's obviously skill, yeah. Particularly if you're going to stand there and trade. You've got to be lucky at sometimes. There's got to be a bit of luck in it. And or you fight pure stiffs. If you're standing there and trading. Now, if you're doing Shakur Sleepvinson and you've got sublime speed and you like backpedaling all night, then you can probably politic your way through a career. But to be fair to Galal, that's what I will say. Even though it was 8 minutes of him getting the mango chutney punched out of his ass, he did... Look, you can see it here. He takes the shot there. And watch. He almost goes down there. This is round 1, people. This is a minute into round 1. Look at this guy, look. Look. He barely stands up. If you watch carefully, See how he's not backpedaling? Maybe he's clinching here. Oh, he tried a moody clinch. But tell me what, listen. Look. He's just, see what I mean though? What he starts trying to punch now again. And that was the theme throughout this fight. The commentator said he fought the wrong fight. Sonny Edwards was saying, bear in mind he's fought him. Galal's used to being the guy that this Rodriguez cat is. He's used to be the one coming forward and pressuring you. And that's what appeared to be the case in this fight too. Galal fought, even after, bear in mind we're 1 minute into round 1 here, he's already been rocked. I respect him for holding his feet, because I can click through most of these things here. There was no running. Okay, look, here's an exchange, for example. Oh, not clinching again. Come on, Galal, you're making me look bad, bro. I'm telling you, I watched the highlights, and to be fair to him, he got clipped about 5-6 times. And there's another one there. Look, he's on skate. Come on, man. And these little dudes don't have no power. But that cat Rodriguez, he came to fight. But you see Galal here, he's took a little step back there, but it was all in close to mid-range. There was no, I didn't see Galal get on his bike, which is admirable. But this is the problem with the game, right? If Galal had got on his bike, I'd have slagged him off. Let's say Galal had got on his bike and won, which I don't think it would. He was goosed as well. We talk about the amateurs a lot here. I'm not convinced. A lot of these amateur cats, man. Ben Whittaker's okay. He smoked Liam Cameron, who cashed out, in my opinion, allegedly. He sparkletoned. He did sparkleton him. It was a moody stoppage, but let's call it a sparkleton. He sparkletoned him. But quick, look at the first fight. He's gas. We don't know how much gas he got. A lot of these amateur dudes, man. And 111 pounds. And yes, it was a tough fight because he got punched up. But these men should be able to go all day. This ain't a heavyweight fight. If you're 110 pounds soaking wet, yeah, and 4 foot tall, you should have. I mean, the women. What's Katie Taylor? 130 pounds. Katie Taylor's 135. I think she fought Chantal Cameron at 140. Take that into perspective. A chick is 140. These men are 110. And Katie Taylor's in there just left and right. So I don't know how Galal's goosed after 4 or 5 rounds again. I wasn't the one getting hit on my chops. But he's 110 pounds. Is it relative? Is it a case of, well, they're both 110 pounds, but your brain's your brain, right? Galal's head won't be that much smaller than mine. I got quite a big head, but on average, right? It's not like, I don't. Our heads in proportion with your body. I thought they were more or less the same. Would Galal have a little pea head then? I don't know how it works. Once you start getting below like the 5'2s and that, I'm not really sure how the heads and that. Would it be like a little pea? I'd have to see one in person, man. I've never really seen them. I think the manlet should be studied. To tell the truth, we should study this mutation. But anyway, I'm not really sure what else to say. Yeah, man, fair play to him. He did come to, yeah, he looked to me like he was having a bad dream, and Rodriguez was that bad dream. Eggy thought he was washed up. I think he's quite old. Let's see how long in the tooth this dude is. So Galal's 32, which again, listen, bosh, this amateur shtick. I believe when you're in the amateur game, from what I used to be in Team GB for swimming, dead. That's proper dead. Trust me, don't do that. Don't get your kids into swimming, man. At least boxing, you got some upside, but then again, you might get your bonks punched in, and you might end up like Anthony Ogogo. But he got somewhere. Anyway, listen, let me just stay on the point here. I'm not sure of the science why, but these smaller dudes tend to peak a lot earlier. They're not like the heavyweights. The heavyweights, you can be pretty good at 38, 40. The little dudes, though, I can't really think. Look at Loma. I don't think Loma's that old. And he peaked about 3-4 years ago. Let's have a look. Lomachenko age. 37. Yes, and he was, again, so he's peaked at 33. So there's probably not much in it, but either way. Then again, Loma didn't come around too late, because he did 2 Olympics. He's double Olympic gold medalist, same as Usyk. I'm not sure what my point is, but in general, the narrative is, again, we don't know how much evidence there is to back it up, but the generic theme people say is, smaller weights finish earlier. Galal's 32 and he's had 9 fights. And this was his interim world title bout. And he got punched half to death. So it begs the question. I don't know. He's trained by Rob McCrappen. Never been that Evian Rob. But he must know what he's doing to some extent. He's got the top job at Team GB. But I think these men, they stay little bit too long in the amateurs, right? And I think it gives people an edge. There's probably a benefit. If you can be 15 years old and doing some amateur boxing, that's probably good, right? But once you've started at 15 and you're 30 and you're just becoming a pro, you get into like top athletes in other sports. Usain Bolt wouldn't specialise in 100 metres from when he was 15 years old to 30 and then start trying to do 400 metres when he's 30. Does that make sense? Yeah? So these amateur guys, they spend 10, 15 years when you're growing as well. That's why they say to start sports young. When you're growing, there's physiological changes on your body. As you go through puberty and whatnot, you get extra gains. Like I was a swimmer, my shoulders have blown out. I don't think necessarily that would have been the case if I wasn't swimming. So your environment and what you're doing, your training when you're young, it can mould your body. So the point is, listen, these guys have been boxing. So maybe I'm being extreme here. But if you're doing 3 rounders all the time, and you're a 30-year-old man, and you're trying to do 12, and you're goosed after 6, I don't know, man. I don't know. I've never seen a 110-pounder so knackered, to be fair. And let's see how much of a puncher this Rodriguez cat is. I don't think he's known as a puncher, but he's durable. He's very durable. Oh, he's got a 70% KO ratio. So this guy, I don't know. It's a shame I didn't see the odds. I wouldn't have bet on it. To be fair, if I was going to bet, I probably would have gone with Galal. It's the only one I've heard of. So I'd have got cut. So I'm glad I didn't bet on it. But this guy has got a 70% KO ratio, which for this weight is pretty good. And most importantly, he fought Nakatani. And they're talking about a Inoue Nakatani fight, I'm pretty sure, at some point. Even though they're a bit off. They're a weight division or 2 off. Is it a weight division or 2? I don't know, man. I don't follow these little dudes, man, to be very blatant. But he's 5'8" and he's 110 pounds. That's wild, man. That's cap. That's cap. 5'8" and 110 pounds, cap. Big cappy. That's pure cap. Sorry, don't believe it. This guy's 5'4" and 110 pounds. I don't know how they fit into them. 5'4" ain't even that small, really, to be 110 pounds. You don't really look that. Dude didn't even look that small. Did he? Crazy. You'd think he'd be 4'4" or something at 110, wouldn't you? Anyway, what was I talking about? Nakatani, who they're putting in the realm of Inoue. Nakatani fought the guy that Galal Yafai, that Galal got punched up by. Yeah, and it went the distance. Unanimous decision. So he's durable. And Nakatani's like an 80% KO ratio. So he's no punk. This guy was solid. And he was hungry as well. I can't say Galal wasn't. I think Galal, I'm not going to write it off. Eddie's down bad. This is another Eggy fighter. You can't catch a break, man. The pub games are calling Eggy right now, man. The pub games are calling Eggy. This is Eggy's thoughts.
Denied tonight, and it's disappointing because I feel like Galal Yafai is that guy that can fight at elite level, and Rodriguez isn't actually that elite guy. He's a world-class fighter that falls short at that level, and we expected Galal to overcome him, but Rodriguez was too much for him.
A lot of people.
Galal is a fighter who can compete at that level, but Rodriguez isn't. I don't think Galal's got a chin. End of the day, I like Galal. He's got no chin from what I've seen. Yeah. This guy here, Rodriguez, is solid. But, come on. Sonny can't punch. Sonny, a washed up 40 cigarettes a day Sonny, he can't do anything but gasp for air, if we're honest with ourselves. This dude here, come on, man, it was round 1, minute 1. Normally, if it's like 6-7 rounds into a fight, you can excuse it and say, well, he got tired and cardio makes mice of all men, and he got caught slipping 1 minute in, and the rest of the fight was like that. It was you looking messy. I just think, and listen, sports, I'm not trying to be too hard on Galal for his brittle chops, yeah? Taco, the opposite of taco. Yeah, 100%. I'm not trying to get too political on this one, man. The taco for them, man. That's violation, man. Stop it. Oh, what are we talking about? He chops. He got the skills to be world class. I didn't really see, even early on, I didn't really see no world class skills. He's not a phenomenal puncher. He's goosed after a few rounds. And his chin's no good. Yeah. And in 8 fights, 10 fights or something around there, he's been found out. I think it's fair to say this dude, Rodriguez, is world challenger level. Galal isn't, unless he's had a really bad day. But this wasn't even for the real title. You know what I'm saying? Let me have a quick look before I get out of here. I'm interested to see, what weight is this? What weight are these, man? I can't even tell you. And this guy's old. It's the same age as... Why was Eggy saying he's old? I guess maybe he's talking in terms of fights. But again, this shows you. This guy's the same age as Galal, and he's had almost 50 fights. Yeah? And what we saw here was, this dude here, he had 12 rounds of gas. Galal was hanging after a minute of the first round. He's hanging, man. He was waiting... He thought they were doing 3 2-minute rounds. That's how Galal to me looked like. He thought they were meant to be doing 3 2s. I think I spoke to Galal. Galal said, I can't believe it. Rob McCrappen's done me wrong. He told me this was 3 2s. That's how it looked to me. It looked to me like Galal prepared for 3 2-minute rounders. And he came unstuck when he realised it was 12 3s. But something to that effect. Because this guy, a seasoned pro, he knew how to fight for 12. Galal give it his best, but after 6 rounds, there was nothing on his shots, man. And the other dude just got a bit sloppier and just started walking him down. Galal was trying. He was trying his best in a bad dream. You had them ones before. Where you're dreaming, yeah, and there's some next pagan demon, and you're trying to fight it, and you just got nothing on your shots. And you can't run fast either. It's a wild one, that one. That's how Galal looked to me. He was holding his feet a lot of the time, yeah. He was trying to sting with something, but the shots were bouncing off. So yeah, I'm not even sure. He's smaller, man. I wonder how much they get paid. Do you think you got a couple $100 for that? I don't know. So there's not massive money in it either. Never mind. He's got punched out. You could have been stopped if these guys were a bit heavier. If they were like the 135-pound division, I think Rodriguez would have stopped him. And at points, to be fair, the optics of it. When I think about Ben Whittaker, yeah, when he jumped on Liam Cameron, and Liam Cameron's got his hands here and he's riding a bit of most of the shots. If that fight was stopped, I'm not going to lie, I wouldn't have necessarily argued that this fight gets stopped too. You know what I'm saying? I think the difference is when you're a 175-pound man / 190-pound man fight night, when Ben Whittaker's throwing left and right, the force of it, even though Whittaker's not a massive one-puncher, the force of it has you swaying. Galal was swaying as well, but there wasn't enough sway on the shots to have Galal really looking like he's about to fall over. He's 110 pounds. Yeah. Most of these, to be fair, I think the 110-pound division should start blowing on people. Just go... and they'll just tumble over. That's a trick. If you're in the 111-pound division, yeah, just go... This is the third punch. You got your right, you got your left, and you got your... Just blow on them. Go. Oh, that's crazy. But yeah, fair play to Rodriguez. Eggy drafted him in, thinking he was finished. And he punched Galal up. Where does Galal go from here? He better dig up Sonny Edwards again. Because that's the only guy he can look good against. At this level, I'd assume. This guy's been beat 6 times before. And knocked out once. Yeah? I wonder who knocked him out. He got knocked out early, maybe. And it must have been really early. Oh, he got knocked out by Chocolatito. Can you believe that? 12. This guy's a vet. He's been in the game 15 years. People. 15 years. So since he was 17. That's wild. I respect a lot of these Mexican dons, man. They really be about it like that. 15 years and he's just got his interim title. So, yeah. You have to respect that. Galal and a lot of these Team GB boys, they ain't come up like this. Right? The Team GB boys, they're on like 40 grand a year, which doesn't sound a lot. But you just do, your accommodation's paid for. You're all there, just training all day and shit. Yeah? 40 grand a year with no bills. They got the Sport Institute making you dinner and whatnot. Bosh! You're laughing. So it gets you into this sense of, not entitlement. I'm sure Galal works hard, but it's all put there for you. There's no nights in winter where you can't put your heating on. Right, I need this. This cat here, this Mexican Donny here, who was fighting in Guadalajara somewhere, in some back alley, right? Unregulated back alley. This dude here, he needed that. He needed it, man. His people needed this one here. Not to say Galal wasn't fighting out. Look at the result here. 119, 108. So he... God, I can't do the maths, man. That's crazy. 119, 108. How many rounds is that? It's a bunch of rounds. How about that? Let's call it that. 118, 109. There's a knockdown in there. How can it be 118? I don't understand the maths. The maths is just mad these days. For real. 118, 109 and 118, 108. It's a whitewash. It's like, that's literally... But 120, I thought it's 120, 108. Oh. So, Rodriguez won 9 rounds plus a knockdown. So that's just a washing. 2 judges had... No, that can't be right. I'm lying to you, man. I lied to you, man. My hands are in the air. He won 11 rounds and a knockdown on 2 judges' scorecards. And he won 10 rounds and a knockdown on another. That is a proper filling in. Proper filling in. Yeah? They almost always give everyone 1 round. Just for the shits and gigs of it. So Galal didn't win 1 round, essentially. I'm sure he was a favourite. In fact, I'm dying to know where Galal Yafai versus Rodriguez odds. Let's see what the odds were. I'm sure Galal would have been a big favourite. An hometown favourite. Bosh. Come on, man, give me some odds. Oh, wow. This is a violation. Galal had a 78% chance of winning. That means there's a whole bag of cucked Amir Khan fans right now. Oh, the Amir Khan dons are going through it right now, folks. That means if you put 100 quid on Galal, you made like, what, £26 profit if he won. So there's a whole bag of man lost a whole bunch of coins right now. And if you back this Rodriguez dude, you'd have been 3-1 favourite. Underdog, sorry. So there's a whole bag, all the Mexicanos right now, they're geeked. Yeah, they up. 3-1. Bosh. And this is this does follow a common theme though. Always bet against the Team GB New Age type dudes. It's becoming a base case for me. I've been saying it for a while. All these ones here, they're not built like they used to be built, in my opinion. One way or another. It's a hard game, right? No one's disputing that. Things can go wrong, but you lost 11 rounds, bro. And you're getting punched up early as well. So listen, it's not his fault. His chops is no good, man. It's brittle. El Taco chops. That's what it is. Okay? You're born with your chops, end of the day. And it's not even really a big enough weight division where you can do fun fights. I don't even know who these men are. What are they going to do? What can he do? Maybe if he plays his cards right, Galal, because of his British appeal to some extent, a small extent, he might be able to... What's that Charlie Edwards doing? Maybe he could do that. That's what he has to do now. I don't know what weight Charlie Edwards is, but that's Sonny Edwards' brother. Just do that kind of thing. And or sell your backside to Inoue, maybe. Maybe fly Inoue into UK and let him knock you out in a round. It wouldn't go around, honestly. I never bet on a first round KO. The first shot that lands on Galal Spark, comatose, honestly. I like him. He's a good guy, but let's call a spade here. The first shot that lands, he will be beep, flatline, man, by Inoue. Those are the plays I'd have for Galal. It's finished. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, like the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this. Some people will stop it. Yep, boss.